Shut the fuck up when grown folks is talking.
What up, world? It's your boy, Coolie, man.
You got AK the Chief in the building.
And y'all know what it is. It's time to plug them headphones in, put the kids to bed, and let's begin to listen. It's grown-ups talk. Today we're gonna talk about this bullshit-ass MoMo challenge, the bullshit that come with it, what we will and will not tolerate as parents. Let's go.
What up, world? What's going on with y'all?
Shit, what up, AK?
It's good, Coolie.
Shit, there's a lot going on in this motherfucking world.
Nah, facts.
You know we're gonna have to tackle it just a little bit, you know what I mean? Just a little bit of this, what's going on, I mean? But before we do all that, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna say thank you to everybody that's supporting us, you know what I mean? Everybody that's fucking with us every Monday, where we drop these audios, everybody that's fucking with us every Wednesday as we drop these visuals, you know what I mean? It takes a special type of you to appreciate a special type of us, and we appreciate that.
Most definitely. And you already know the motto. Like, share, and follow. If you didn't do it, do it. Tell a friend and do that shit again.
And y'all stop acting all fucking stink, man. Mm-hmm. If you on Instagram, Spotify, iHeartRadio, right, YouTube, okay, anywhere where you could put our name in the search engine,
what to do?
And Grown Ups Talk podcast pops up,
what to do?
I need y'all to hit that motherfucking link.
Let's get it.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that just became subscribers. Shout out to everybody that just started fucking with us.
Shout out.
On Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, anywhere that you find our content and you following us, you fucking with us. I mean,
welcome to Grown Up Talk.
Yeah, and put your people on, man. At least tell 2 or 3 people. You know what I mean? Fuck
you
with
heard
this
the
channel,
model, man. Like, share, and follow.
Yeah, dig.
That's it.
But first and foremost, I mean, before we go into this Momo shit, I want to talk about this Jussie Smollet shit.
Okay.
I want to get your take on, I mean, how you feel about it. For those who don't know, if you've been living under a rock, I mean, there was an incident with the actor Jussie Smollet. He was in Empire or whatever, and I guess there was some situations with the pay that he was getting for the show compared to everybody else, and he tried to pull a stunt. From what the media is saying, it was a stunt that he went and hired 2 people to basically jump him and make it look like it was because of his sexuality and because he was black in America, and he tried to use that to up his stardom, like, you feel me? And it backfired because when they went to investigate, the 2 guys that he paid ended up letting them know that, he paid us $3,500 to do this for him, like, you feel me? He gave us the $3,500, and then everything else was supposed to pop off on him, and his stardom was supposed to go through the roof or whatever. But again, like I said, it backfired. So I mean, now the cops, he ended up having a warrant put out for him. The cops found out all of that, and they trying to hit him with a Fed charge because, I mean, acting or false reporting an act of what is considered terrorism or a hate crime is a Fed charge automatically. So, brother AK, I want to, get your input on it.
Okay. Well, shit. I guess, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna say this. I know it's Hollywood stars that's doing a whole lot worse than that.
Right.
For clout.
For clout, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then my intake is like, was it necessary or was?
Yeah, like, the way I look at this shit is, it's crazy that this would have come to. Like, I mean, like, you can't even pay a nigga to help you become a star no more. Like, I mean, on both sides, it's crazy that he even had to go to that extent to, I mean, feel like he got to raise his stardom to be able to renegotiate his contract with the show.
Right.
And it's also crazy that he couldn't even just throw this bread in their pocket. I mean, help me raise my stardom or whatever. I mean, I guess it went out of pocket or it started getting crazy way beyond the $3,500 when the charges started, like, being pressed or whatever. They like, yo, we're gonna go scoop these dudes up. Nigga, I ain't going to jail because you trying to be a star. Like, I mean,
I got
but
my
just, like, I did what I was supposed to do. But it's just crazy that that's where the game has gotten to. Like, you feel me? Like, to be famous or out here in front of the camera to make money, you gotta go through all of that, bro.
Like I said,
Put a show on outside of the show.
I'm pretty sure it's worse shit than that stars have done to gain clout and different situations where though we as the audience believe nobody getting caught, nobody coming forward, and there's little shit that that happened and.
I won't put it past
none of these celebrities. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, shit. Look at Tekashi. Like, know what I mean? He about to put his whole squad in jail, and he was. Know what I mean? Again, just clout chasing. Like, it just, to me, I mean, it's just crazy that that's what the game came to. Know what I mean? And what I guess we're getting the answer to, like, what happens to these people that falsely claim that these actions are being taken against them. This is not rape. I mean, that's what we was talking about on that episode. I mean, sexual assault. But in general, like, what happens to these people that put these false claims out there that these things or these crimes are happening against them and it's not actually happening? Like, I guess we're starting to see it.
Right, and I guess what's funny too, how he used his whole sexual preference as a means to be hated on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that kind of takes away from that whole community over there.
Bruh, so, it definitely do. Because it's just like the dude, the guy that was saying that, or the male or woman, whichever he goes by, or that person goes by, was saying that the incident was going on with Dwight Howard, but using it like a weapon. Like, yo, I'm gonna expose you and I'm gonna use my sexuality, you know what I mean, to get this fame, like, because I'm gay and I know everybody don't think you gay or whatever, and I'm gonna put it out there, I'm gonna expose you because you slept with me or possibly slept with me, like, I'm gonna make it look like that, like, using it as a weapon, like, you feel me? Like, that's where it becomes, and not as a weapon as, like, sex sells, but, like, as in to bring somebody else down, because we all know how the looks get. If you think this person's straight or whatever, and they ended up sleeping with like a guy slept with another guy, he slept with a man. They end up getting looked at crazy or whatever, like, and you know that hurts your image or whatever. So to use it as a weapon in that sense, to me, is crazy. Like, and for Jussie to be using it as like, because everybody gonna go on an uproar if I make it look like it's a hate crime.
Right.
I'm gonna fuck around.
It's
come
easier
up
to believe.
Like,
it's easier to believe like that.
The people that's out there doing that shit, I don't got no problem. Whatever your preference is, your preference is. You know what I mean? But to be using it in that way, but then turn around and want equal rights, or you want like all of this shit to be done for you and laws to be made for you, but then there's people out here that's doing that shit. Like, that shit make it hard to be like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that, I don't know. That should just make it hard to see why they putting up such a fight. Granted, y'all deserve y'all rights. Like, I mean, y'all humans just like anybody else. Your preference is your preference. But for the people that's out there doing this type of shit, your community should be coming down on them. Like, yo, you can't do that because you're making it harder for us to get what we trying to get, like our rights and all of the things that we trying to get out here. You doing dumb shit like this is making it harder for us. Like, it's making our fight more of a fight. Like, it don't have to be.
So, no, I totally agree with you, Coolie, like 110%. You know what I'm saying? Since you brought the whole Jussie Smollet thing up, and you know what I mean, what happened was I had actually saw this post, right? And I wasn't aware of it, and it says, how is it that I've seen Jussie Smollett's mugshot in the feed over 100 times and haven't seen a mugshot of this neo-Nazi Coast Guard lieutenant who planned the mass murder, specifically targeting Democrats and journalists?
I seen that shit just before we got up today. I seen that shit.
Right, yeah, and I'm just looking on the web and shit, and just seeing this dude right here. And I'm just wondering how come we haven't seen his mugshot as much as Jussie Smollet, and that is some fake shit. This shit is just real. This shit is facts. This shit is
Yeah, because
people's lives are really in danger right here.
Because they don't want you to know about it until it's too late, and they rather keep, like we talked about when Boston was up here, they rather have us distracted, bro. That's the war going on outside. Like that's the shit. That's the distraction. They put that. It's just like Brother Reed's Islam. He was saying, yo, while the awards are going on, like I mean the Oscars, everybody worried about that. You should be worried about what bills they passing. While the Super Bowl going on, you should be paying attention to this website to see what bills they passing, because that shit is all a distraction. Like I mean, all of this big shit that's going on with Jussie, that shit is just a distraction. You feel me? I mean, yeah, there's issues inside of it. There's codes or laws whatever you want to call it, that's being broken, and shit should be dealt with. But at the same time, it's just shit like that going on all day, every day, and motherfuckers is just not putting it out there.
No,
Period.
facts. And I mean, those of you that want to do your own research and look it up and I mean, see what's going on for yourself. I mean, you could type in neo-Nazi Coast Guard Lieutenant and I'm pretty sure it'll come up. But the guy's name is Christopher Paul Hansen. Yeah, he go to court. Actually, he went to court yesterday.
A word.
He went to court yesterday.
So what is it that they were saying he's doing?
He was, I guess he had he's a domestic terrorist who drafted, they drafted his email discussing a biological attack that appeared to be a hit list that included prominent Democrats and media figures, prosecutors.
See?
You know what I mean?
See? It's crazy shit out here, man. It's crazy shit.
And yeah, he got arrested on, he's in federal court, arrested on gun and drug offenses. Yeah.
As he should be, bro. Come on, man. Like,
they say that's just the tip of the iceberg with the charges, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye on that one. You just put me up on. I seen it, but I ain't like look into it. Like, for me. But you just put me up on the game to that one. But since we talking about, I mean, wild shit going on in the world and people being brought up on charges.
This dude is crazy.
Are you reading on them?
Nah, yeah, because I just wanted to say this, right? He worked in the Coast Guard headquarters in Washington, right?
Uh-huh.
And for years, it said they found an email which in 2017, June 2017, Hansen wrote that he was dreaming of a way to kill almost every last person on the earth and pondering how he might be able to acquire anthrax and toxins to create a vitalism or a deadly influenza. Like he trying to genocide
everybody.
Right.
Like, there's some sick people in this world, man. There's some real sick people. And speaking of sick people, for those parents who are listening to us and who are on social media, 9 times out of 10 you've seen this shit run across your page. If you wake up or you pay attention to the news at all, you see this shit pop up on your page. On your TV screens. But this shit called the MoMo Challenge, yo. This shit right here is some bullshit. So it's basically somebody. It was a Japanese character, a person in Japan made a character. You know what I mean? And they was gonna do something with the character, but they never really did. So the picture got out. So somebody has been using that picture of that character and basically uploading their self or popping up in these kids' videos. Like they could be watching Peppa Pig, they could be watching random ass shit, not on regular YouTube, on the kids' YouTube. And it'll pop up and it'll be in your kids' YouTube for like 20 seconds, long enough for you not to even notice the shit. But it'll pop up and tell your kid to do some suicidal shit, to go do a challenge, and if they don't do it, it's gonna make Momo upset, and Momo gonna come to their crib and kill them. And if they tell their parents about them, Momo gonna kill them. Like, that shit is crazy, bro. Like, demented ass people. Like, what the fuck, my nigga? Like, why would you want to fuck with these kids' brain like that? Like, what the fuck?
Facts. And the shit is just not here. It's kind of worldwide. This shit is, I mean, kind of global. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm reading all the different states: Argentina, Brazil, Canada, Colombia, Europe, India, Mexico.
Where they said
Philippines,
it was a 12-year-old girl. This is how the shit got found out, because it was a 12-year-old girl. I forgot what country she was in, but she still had video of the challenge that she did on her phone. So she did the challenge and ended up committing suicide. So the shit will pop up and literally tell them to go find the sharpest toy or the sharpest knife or tool in the house, and then put it on their wrist, and shows them literally how to cut their wrist to commit suicide. Like, right. And then tells them to send a picture to the number, or send a picture to Momo to show, because it'll pop up. This Momo thing will pop up in the WhatsApp, and it was something else.
Facebook Messenger.
Facebook Messenger.
It'll text you, yeah.
And it'll text you and keep communication. Like, so it's somebody behind this shit that's, tracking down these kids and having them do this shit, and telling them, yo, if you don't send me proof that you just slit your wrist, or that you stuck that fork in the socket, or whatever he telling them to do, or it, because I don't know if it's a male or female.
And MoMo is not even just on YouTube, but he's on, it says here, Minecraft and, Minecraft, Roblox, Microsoft, whatever the shit called, but it ain't just
so
YouTube.
So it ain't just YouTube. That's crazy, because I thought it was just YouTube.
Nah,
but that shit on. So it's on.
Bro, yeah, this shit is worldwide. In the United Kingdom, it says that shit is linked to over 130 teen suicides, bro.
That's crazy.
Just in the United Kingdom. In Philippines, it got killed 11-year-old boy. This shit just fucking crazy.
Yeah, like the way this shit pop up, like we legit watched one of the videos that somebody had posted of how the shit go down, and we seen the shit, and the way the shit happens, it's like mad mind manipulating. Like, the shit really is not hard for that shit to take over a child's mind, sit in their mind, and just make them want to go do this shit. Like, you feel me?
Or scare them enough to do it. Like,
yeah, bro. Like, I asked my daughter. She's 10. I asked her. I was like, yo. First of all, it was my birthday, so her and her mom come in the house, and they got, some balloons. They like, yo, all right, we about to go out, like, and I'm like, all right, all that's fine and good. Cut all that short, and was like, hey, yo, what do you know about Momo? Bruh, she froze up, scared as shit. Like, yo, I don't know nothing. I'm like, hey, yo, you ain't gotta lie to me. I know everything about it already. Like, you feel me? Like, so if you feel like you're gonna get in trouble because the bullshit done told you that you're gonna get in trouble, he gonna come for you. Like, that shit ain't true, first of all. Second of all, I ain't worried about that shit. Like, ain't nothing coming up in this crib. This shit'll get, dealt with. ASAP. Like, But she ended up going from, I don't know nothing about it, to, yeah, I know something about it. I never seen it, but the kids at school be talking about it. All right, I never watched the video, but I seen a picture of it. And then that's where it stopped. Like, you feel me? And then she told me who it was that showed her the video. She thought I was gonna get her in trouble or whatever. I'm like, nah, I just wanna know, like, what the fuck is going on with you? Like, period. Like, if you coming across that shit, you need to let me know. Like, cause I feel as a parent, bruh, YouTube, Minecraft, they need to track that shit down. You could track down any other wild shit going on in the world. You could track down who the fuck is behind this shit. Facts. You got all these people doing all this shit, the cyber work in the government. They can go in there and fucking take down all of those fucking videos or get them shits the fuck off the internet. Like, they can do that shit. Like, you feel me? But they not, my G. But YouTube just went up there, and salute to them because it was a good move for the kids to help protect them. There was a sex trafficking ring being done through the comments on YouTube. Like, so if you comment or whatever on YouTube, like, the people that's running the sex trafficking ring will hunt down the kids, basically find them, and start finding the kids and taking the kids and putting them in the sex trafficking ring. So they put some shit, they put up a new thing on YouTube where any offensive comments or anything like that or anything that could harm a child or seem suspicious, they'll shut down that whole video and the channel for that YouTuber. You feel me? So they did something good there. But now, like, I tweeted them, I ain't gonna lie, I tweeted them, like, and sent them an email, like, yo, what the fuck is y'all gonna do about this shit, my G? Like, cause my daughter done seen this shit. I got nieces, I got nephews, I got godchildren, like, I mean, I gotta worry about them. I got friends that got kids, like, we ain't trying to go to no funerals over some bullshit like this, like.
Right, yeah, and there's too many kids already gone and dead.
Right,
over this shit, and you know what I mean. I'm just doing all this reading and shit, dude. It's just mad, and it's just not here. It's creeping
into the U.S. It's just now getting to us on some heavy, or we gotta pay attention to it.
Right.
But I mean, ain't no telling how long before somebody goes. God bless you.
Thank you.
Before somebody goes and actually commit suicide by doing a challenge, because you know these kids, they all about challenges right now. Like, you feel me? And we all love to think that our kids are smart enough not to do some wild shit that they say in the video or whatever. But there's always a chance, like, to be in. To do the end shit, like,
and we peer pressure into it. Like, that's the thing about the Momo challenge. It creeps you. It creeps you out. Me as an adult watching how Momo approach you.
Right.
Like, it's kind of creepy. Like, and so I can imagine, children not knowing right from wrong, like, or knowing right from wrong, but just not knowing that they're safe.
Right. Yo.
Like, and it's all in their mind type of thing. So it can definitely trip you out. Like, so that shit is just sadistic.
Definitely.
For someone to even plot and pray
on kids, for their own entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whoever did that shit gotta be somewhere cracking the fuck up, laughing because the shit to them is funny, my G.
Weird.
Like, they should be treating them like a fucking mass murderer. Like, this shit is crazy,
bro. That is, bro. Like, this shit is, I didn't even know, after just seeing this shit, I didn't even know it was that many people. I thought it was just like 15. I heard 15 people and shit, but just in the UK alone is linked to 113 suicides. Teen suicides at that.
Right. Like, we, our generation, our era, we grew up on shit like Freddy Krueger. We grew up on Jason, fucking Candyman.
Nah, see, those just like, horror movies. But if you want to get more down this lane, I think you had to throw like Bloody Mary and shit like that. Or go in the bathroom and say Candyman or Bloody Mary or some shit like that.
But what I'm trying to get to is we had shit like that, but nothing like this.
Oh, yeah, nothing telling us to hurt yourself.
Could you imagine watching Rugrats, my nigga, and that shit just pop up, my nigga? Or in the middle of SpongeBob, that shit just pop up, nigga, and you like, oh shit, like that shit'll fuck niggas up, like that shit crazy, bro. Like,
yeah, that shit just
that shit aggravating as fuck as a parent or just as an adult, as a human with a heart, point blank period. You don't come after no kids like that, man. You don't do no shit like that. Like, they need to really stop the press, find that there's gotta be a cyber fucking footprint left with that shit, like, where they could track the shit down, yo.
Right. But the crazy thing is, it's worldwide. So there's definitely if it's not here, there's I guess what I'm trying to say is there should be like some form of government intelligence to look into this, because this this is
affecting everybody, country, bro. Right. So that shit is everywhere, and it's everywhere because of the internet. But that's what even make it worse, bro. Like, you talking UN shit, like you talking CIA, like you talking about all the big fucking parts of government, like, period. They should be like, they worried about all of this, the wall shit, all of this other shit. Like, my G, like, you legit talking about some kids, like, some kids that you going after trying to make them kill themselves. Like, for what, yo? How about you kill yourself? Like, get the fuck out of here. Do us all a favor. Get the fuck out of here, yo. That shit really pissed me off, my nigga. Like,
no, facts.
Pissed me the fuck off. Like, to the point where I legit had to spaz on my daughter. Like, yo, who you scared of, Momo or me? Point blank, period. Like, either you shut the fuck up about this shit and don't worry about it and know that I got you, or we got a real problem. Like, point blank, period. Point blank, period. So for Momo to come see you, Momo gonna have to come see me.
But one thing they should put out there and let the kids know that Momo have not or have yet to harm any child. Only children harm themselves. So
right.
You know what I mean? That should be a clear message right there.
Right.
To bring forth to the children.
Like is they not like, cause in the challenge the person says that, I mean, if you do all of these, you'll get a chance to meet me. Like, I mean, and 9 times out of 10, if you do all of this shit, you ain't gonna make it out of the shit, because it's all suicidal shit to do. Like, so nobody has ever met the Momo person or whatever. Like, I mean, so you ain't gotta worry about it. The shit is not a real thing. Like, it's unless it's somebody gonna come out in the press and say, oh, nah, I seen this nigga. Like, I mean, because it's legit a dial on a pole that's just in a video, and then it's a voice behind it. Like, it's nothing. Like, it's nothing at all. Like, that shit is crazy.
My thing is that shit look creepy as fuck. So
It do.
Why the hell would the kids want to meet that?
Right.
That shit.
Right. But that just shows how gullible them kids and hey, yo, shout out to Lamont Head, yo. Shout out to Autopilot. I mean,
Definitely shouts out.
but I gotta shout you out because you said it perfectly on Facebook. Like, when you shared it, you said, stop letting these fucking tablets, computers, this internet, the TV, all of that shit raise your kids, man. Point blank, period.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know, we all knew before this shit even popped up. The fucking internet is not where your kids need to be roaming or doing. They need to be the fuck outside playing. They need to be doing something active. They need to be reading, like, and educating themselves or doing something to stay active. Like, they don't need to be sitting down and being babysat by a TV or babysat by a fucking tablet or a phone. No dumb shit like that. Like, get the fuck off your lazy ass and be an actual parent. Like, parent your child. Like, don't let your child end up raising themselves or be, you know what I mean, end up being rose by these entities out here. Like, period. Like, cause they only gonna, like, a lot of parents wonder why their kids fall victim to all of these fads that's going on, all these trends that's happening, all of that shit. It's because that's all they see. If you ain't giving them nothing else to see or do, what you think they're gonna do? They're gonna fall victim to whatever they seeing in repetition. Like, point blank, period. Get off your ass and be a parent, yo. Get off your ass and be a parent. Point blank, period.
Nah, facts. And you know, nowadays kids is only watching other kids play.
Right, yo.
On YouTube.
Bruh, like, they legit lazy enough to sit there and watch other kids play. Oh, that look like fun. So much fun. I want to watch somebody else having fun doing it.
Right.
I don't want to get up and do it because it looks like it's too active for me. Like, come on, man.
Seriously, I can't. Excuse me. I would be a hypocrite if I, be like, oh, that's something I don't tolerate. My son.
Bro,
loves
we all
YouTube.
do that shit. We all let our kids watch YouTube and watch, and watch TV and shit. Like, we all let them indulge. You feel me?
But just knowing enough is enough.
Right, yo.
Yeah.
Right, point blank, period.
Put
Like,
it down, let's read a book, let's go play this game, or, go outside and play with the kids.
I'm telling you, man. Right now, I can tell you right now, my daughter, she on punishment right now, right? But she loving punishment right now. She loving it because she reading a book a day, chapter books a day, bro. Like, burning through these books, bro, to the point where she on punishment, and I gotta take her to Barnes and Nobles to get more books, like, or buy books on the fucking the tablet so she could read more books, bro. Like, this shit is crazy. So I'm thinking taking away all of this shit is gonna hurt her. She like, nah, thank you. I'm like, yo, like, cool. Now if we could just get your ass into a sport, I'll be happy. But yeah, like that's the mentality that it should be, like, you feel me? And that's not even forced upon by me. That's just what she likes to do. Like, she likes to read. She travel, like how they used to tell us when we was growing up. If you want to travel but you can't afford it, read a book. It'll take you where you want to go. That's what she do. Like, she really believe that shit. Like, she really do it, and I'm proud of her for that. But we gotta start doing shit like give your child a book to read, or bring your child out. I don't care if it's gonna cost you $15-$20 for the day, just to make sure that they active. Take their ass out to one of these indoor trampoline places, Chuck E. Cheese, fucking Dave and Buster's. Let them go crazy for a little bit. Like, we know it's winter time, but they still could do shit. Like, it's still shit that could be done.
Yeah, facts. That's a great point. Maybe we should do, well, it would be a good idea for someone to do like a child exercising thing, not necessarily for exercise, but just to get them out the house, get them to be more active and
like my bad, I keep cutting.
No, great.
But in the summertime, Nickelodeon, they know the kids is in the house all day watching TV. It's a certain time where they just stop showing TV shows. They're like, yo, it's time to go outside and go play. Go be active. Like, get out and fuck my ratings right now. Get off your ass. Like, if Nickelodeon can tell your kids get off their ass, go play, why can't you? Like, you feel me? Stand the fuck up. Like,
that is true. Nickelodeon been a better parent than a lot of.
I'm telling you, yo. I'm telling you, this shit is crazy. Like, and we not negating, or we're not getting away from what we started talking about with this whole Momo shit. But it was a problem before the Momo shit. It's just crazy now because we got kids actually killing themselves off of watching this shit. Like, this shit, I'm not.
But I think we're on a perfect point. Like, if you get your kids to go outside and play more, then it'd be less things like that to create. Momo won't pop up playing freeze tag. Never did.
Right.
Like, or Momo ain't gonna pop up when they outside playing hide and seek.
Right.
So,
playing tag, playing fucking basketball, playing something, jump rope, double. I ain't never seen no Momo in no double dutch.
So,
Momo ain't never pop up in the middle of the air while I'm shooting a jump shot. Never.
By the time they get in the house from playing outside and doing everything that they did outside, it's time to shower, eat dinner, and bedtime.
Right, yo.
So they ain't no YouTube time.
Right, yo. Right, that shit is. I don't know, man. I'm a firm believer. Whoever the fuck did this shit needs to be brought to justice, point blank, period. And whoever the fuck point them out or give the hand up, you ain't no snitch, you saving lives, like, you feel me? Yo, for real, you need to just come forward and
whoever created that shit is just weird.
Yeah,
they just weird.
The government need to get behind that shit, bro. They need to get behind it, bro. Like, all the way, yo.
I don't
get behind
shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, who preys on innocent children? To hurt themselves. Like, I never understood how people can, be like a kidnapper or a child molester or like just how can you do something to someone that's so innocent? Like someone that
ain't trying to do nothing but be the best them. Like, they ain't trying to do nothing but explore the world, find out. And,
they don't even know what they trying to do.
Right, yo. Like, they
as
just,
a kid, you don't know.
Trying to live. They trying to live.
Right.
Trying to figure this shit out. That's all they trying to do, man. Have fun and figure this shit out, yo. And y'all want to rob them of that. Like, that shit is crazy, bro. That shit is crazy.
No, yeah. So, what we gotta do is, I guess, stay updated with this whole topic right here, and as far as hopefully finding, or when they find who's behind this shit, we can keep our listeners and our friends and everybody in tune. Which, excuse me for switching the subject and shit in the middle of my own shit. But it leads me to something, the point that one of my coworkers have brung up and shit, and it's a little bit spiritual and things like that, and you know I ain't too in tune with I guess the biblical meaning, but he's like, it's a verse in the Bible, and I can't quote the verse or anything like that, but he was basically saying that the kids of our generation is going to be kind of like there's going to be so much pressure on them or tormented, like in this, well, not necessarily in this aspect, but he was just saying that this can't be what it was talking about, like you know, it put our kids in the position to where, you know, they killing themselves, and they're made to be too lazy to think for themselves. And it's just a way to end the world without doing anything. Like, I mean, but just manipulating these children to be nothing. So when they get older, they don't want to do nothing to be anything. Right. And the children that they had in line to keep things running the way that they wanted to be run, it will always forever be there, because they ain't gonna do that to their own children. They ain't gonna feed that poison to their own kids.
And I believe that this is one of the many ways for them to, try to control everything and shit like that. And I can't get jiggy with that shit. Like, I can't fuck with it. Like, I can't. Like, that shit is still crazy. Like, it's out of this world, bro. Like, I can't fathom the thought of being that sadistic mentally to want to even come up with a plan like that. Hey, yo, you know how we can fuck up a lot of shit? Let's do this.
Listen, I can't
fathom. Get the
fathom.
fuck out of here, man.
I can't fathom the thought.
Dumbass.
Cool, chill.
Nah, bro, that shit.
You ready to hurt something?
Yeah, yo, man, listen.
Yo, but I can't fathom the thought of just how. Yeah, I lost my train of thought, but damn. Hold on, what you were saying, Coolie? What you just say?
I was just saying I can't fathom the thought, or I can't see myself thinking that sadistically to even just be sitting around like, hey, yo, you know, we could take over some shit. Like, I mean, we could just do this, like, and that be the outcome.
So I believe what I was trying to say is just, I wouldn't be able to fathom the thought of how someone can take someone of just so weak in the mind,
But that's what makes it so perfect for them, bro. Because if they try some wild dumb shit like that with us adults, or even the higher up in the teens, like 17, 18.
But bro, I think there is shit like MoMo for adults that
shit called a credit score.
Right? You feel me?
Shit called
like
taxes.
People like people get so fed up with work and working and doing the same thing every day with life that they go crazy. Yeah. They end up doing the same thing, and that's I really think it's just set up like that. Like, go to work, come home, 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 go to work, come home. Like, so I mean, don't do nothing else. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and if you, we're not gonna allow you to think about anything else. You know why? Because you're gonna be behind on this bill. Mm-hmm. You're gonna be behind on that bill. Mm-hmm. We're gonna put this, so you're gonna need this. Yeah. You're gonna put this, so you're gonna want that.
Right.
You're gonna do this, so your kids gonna need that. We're gonna do this, so your kids gonna want that.
Right.
So you got so much in front of you.
The distractions.
That, listen, all you're gonna want to do is go to work and come on.
That's it. Cause I gotta get that bill that they just put out. I gotta get this that they just.
Right.
Oh, this bill still gotta get paid though. Like, yeah, hell yeah. I know that. I know that feeling. I be feeling that shit too. But I'm not gonna.
Modern day slaves, bro.
I'm mentally strong enough not to. I mean, go that route with it. But I'm not unaware of some people who aren't as strong mentally or aren't just so happy with themselves that they take that route. And I know that somewhere in the world, somebody gonna be listening to this or have been following this story, and they thinking everybody gonna come down on this person for doing it. And granted, the lives that was lost is wrong, but maybe that person is a genius because now we're gonna keep our kids off of the media and all of that shit. No,
that's you went about it the wrong way about doing that shit. You
do the same thing we just told the person who created this shit. Go, in your words, go find the sharpest tool in the house. Man, kill yourself, man. Fuck out of here, bro. Like, do what you want them kids to do to yourself. Do that shit. If you think anything like that person, do that shit to yourself, yo. Find out the outcome for yourself. Like, you tape yourself doing it. And when you leaving this earth, you can play that shit back so you can watch it. Nah, fuck out of here, man. Leave them kids alone, man. They ain't do nothing to you, man. Fuck out of here.
Nah, yeah, this shit is definitely an emotional topic because, you know, we got children. So I believe we feel so strongly about it because, you know, our children can be easily manipulated or targeted. You know what I mean?
Easy as fuck, man. Easy as fuck.
So, you know, for it to be so close to home and still haven't been stopped yet, and then you got shit like, you know what I mean, Jussie Smollet.
Right, yo. As a distraction.
As a distraction and shit.
You got deputy fucking
the lieutenant
and fucking trying to take everybody, yo. The fuck going on?
Oh, right. Nigga, like, yo, I swear.
Shit, and this the type of shit that get aggravating to me about all of this shit going on. Like, yo, at the end of the day, bro, like, we all are put here to live out our lives and serve our purpose. Like, you feel me? For you to be trying to stop anybody purposely, like, yo, that's your purpose, that's what I'm going to do. Like, just out of the thin blue fucking air, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just go off this person and stop them dead in their tracks. You ain't never gonna reach what they trying to do. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, facts. And then, you know, I'm a firm believer of a good necessary evil and shit, but that's just crossing the line.
Yeah, I mean, life gotta have balance, but come on, bro. Like, we ain't gotta be, like, balance ain't gotta be
You're right.
Ain't getting that unbalanced.
Life ain't even that good to be doing some shit like that. At least, yeah, not over this way.
Yeah, yo, that shit.
So that shit should be so close to him. That should be. It shouldn't be in my backyard.
Right, like, at all, bro. At all. It's crazy as fuck. Like, and I know I keep saying it's crazy as fuck, but the shit, like, I don't want to go off on a wild tangent and throw a tantrum on this shit. And I mean, even though it'll probably be good for the views and all that, but nah, man, I don't know. I don't want to give it that much energy. And I'm not upset that we talking about this shit because this shit is giving it more exposure or whatever. But this gotta be talked about by some sensible people. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Like, ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
So, the advice I think we should, you know, well, it should be like more so word of mouth and spread as much as you can spread. I see the messengers coming through on Facebook and shit like that. And I mean, for people to know, and you know, it's crazy because in the United States, the shit been here since last year, 2018, June 2018. That they said the first MoMo challenge was, I mean, in the United States. So, and I'm just hearing about it about 2-3 days ago.
Yeah, me too.
So, that's what I'm saying. It's just this is the reason for this episode. Just more awareness and shit like that. But I think that should be. And we actually at our job and shit, like we do little mini meetings and shit. Like to just to give an overview of what's going on at our job per se, and then but people got personal topics and personal things that they should throw out and shit. And that was one of the things that we discussed in our meeting and shit. And I was one of the main advocates throwing out points and shit, or as far as what the challenge was doing, and
just having
getting people more familiar and shit with it, because people didn't know what it was, and a lot of people, a lot of the guys at my job, some of them don't have children, but most of us do, and they didn't know.
Right.
So I'm glad I was able to open some eyes and shit like that.
I did the same shit yesterday. I was at work, and I was telling some people didn't know, and I was telling them, like, yo, listen, when you go ask your kids, they're gonna freeze up or they're gonna swear up and down they don't know nothing about it. But I guarantee you they know about it. And they're gonna tell you no because it tells them to say no. Because if they say yeah and they start telling them about it, that the thing is threatening to come to the house and kill them. Like, so what you think they're gonna say? Like, you feel me?
Facts. And that's the thing to where it's trippy, because if your child is really scared, like hands down scared, there's a possibility that your child won't tell you what the fuck is going on, because Momo already scared this nigga from telling you.
Right, and that's why I was like, that's another reason why I feel so crazy, because my child was like OD scared to tell me anything.
Right, and surprise you, like, yo, nigga, like, what?
We talk about everything, bro. And for her to be on some shit like, yo, nah, I don't know nothing about that. Like, oh, first of all, I know, I do some dirt, I'm gonna do it with you, because you ain't gonna say shit. But that shit really got to her. Like, and she didn't see an actual video. She just see somebody show her a picture of it, and that was it. And told her what it was about. And that was it. So
when my kids was when my kids was approached on it and shit, my youngest son, he gonna say, so his mom asked him, like, so you know about you listen to Momo, or you know about Momo? And he said, yeah, he know about Momo, but I don't listen to Momo. I listen to Mama. I listen to Dad. I was like, only this dude right here. And my oldest son and shit, when he found out about it, it's the same day I found out about it, and probably like an hour or two before he called me, I had called his mom, and I'm telling her, and she already heard about it and shit. She was like, yeah, like, I already heard, I'm gonna talk to him about it or whatever. And as soon as he get out of school, he called me like, hey Dad, it's this thing called Momo, and I'm just calling you so you can let, and I want to, he wanted to be worried about his younger brother or whatever. So, he's just like, just make sure you get your YouTube and you let him know about it. And I'm like, just, take it easy. I got it. I'll make sure you know about it. I was going to give you a call when you got out of school. I'm glad you called me. I called your mom. But yeah, it's good to, I guess it's good to be an heir to your child, because a lot of times, and I've seen this shit done all too often. A child will run to the parent or parents with a problem, and the parent will be too in tune to what they was doing, that they brushed the shit right off, or to say yeah, all right, or just give them a nonchalant answer, and the shit is OD serious, right? And then fuck around, the kid feel like they didn't get the insight that they needed to get, or the outlet that they needed to get, and they go they go listen to this nigga Momo and kill themselves, or any kid that's depressed or dealing with anything that they feel like is life bearing to where they gotta take their life,
right,
and they need someone to talk to, and they not getting that outlet. I think they gonna run and you know take the easiest way out.
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing that Momo say in the video, like, oh, this is the easy way.
Mm-hmm.
This is the way to just do it real quick, like, and instruct them on how to do it. Like, that shit is nerve wracking, bro. It's just nerve wracking, man, because you just want to feel like, yo, as a parent, I'm making sure my child is safe, my child is straight, and we know it's a wicked world, and when our children grow up, I mean, we can't protect them for everything. But when shit like that, she could have been chilling upstairs in her room, and I could have been downstairs cooking dinner or some shit, and that shit could have happened, and she could have snuck in. And,
right, it's so quick. I mean, 30 seconds, 20 seconds out.
The whole video.
Right,
If it let the video play, it pop in for that 20 seconds, go right back to the video. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's.
And then they got some whole fucking hypnotizing background and shit. So it kind of
captivates you.
Right? Yeah, like that shit is just sadistic. That shit is just
yeah, man. But I guess the call to action is for the government to shut that shit down, find out who the fuck that is. Know what I mean, and get that person the fuck done with, like. Get them the fuck out of here.
Right. I think if enough parents come up and take stand, or
that shit is on fire on all social media. Like that, everything I log into, that's all I see is that shit. Like
facts.
And if they not picking up on any of that, because right now if I played a clip of somebody's music that wasn't mine, they'll 30 seconds, a minute after I post this shit, you need to take that down. You don't own the rights to it. Da da da.
Bro, let you show some nudity on Facebook and shit.
Yo, shut your whole page down. You can't post for 24 hours.
Right.
But motherfuckers is jumping up
in messengers and shit.
But you're not protecting motherfuckers from that. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like,
and then that shit should be, well, I wouldn't say easily traceable, but it's so much technology out here.
Tech heads, man.
That shit
easy, bro.
Yeah, that shit shouldn't be hard to find.
If they got shit like what's that shit? LifeLock, some shit where they could basically track down your social for you. If anybody trying to use your identity, you just pay them every certain amount every month, and the moment your shit ring off, you get a notification on your phone that somebody trying to use your ID. Like, you know what I mean? That shit should automatically be able to be done on the other end. Like, you feel me? What's some wild shit going on? Niggas is posting these videos to these kids, and this shit is the result of it. That shit should be taken the fuck down, and they should be finding out who the fuck it is, yo.
No, facts.
Point blank period. Point blank period. They should be a lot more proactive on that shit, man. A lot more proactive on that shit.
It shouldn't be that hard to find.
It's not. It's not.
Whoever is buying this, it definitely shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, and like I said, the only reason why that shit is global right now is because of the internet. The internet is global. Like, you feel me?
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I'm just now finding out about it like 2 or 3 days ago and shit, which means like it kind of just went viral here because everybody here is just now talking about it. Whereas though it been here since June 2018, last year, and fucking it took out so many kids around the world and shit. This shit should have been
it should have been flagged.
Right.
Shame on all of them, all them countries that ain't doing nothing about it, including ours. Like, shame on y'all, man. We gotta protect our kids, man. Point blank period. I don't care what you trying to do to our generation or the generation in front of us or immediately behind us. Like, them kids, though, you gotta protect them kids, man. You can't be letting shit like that happen. Like, point blank period. Like, nah.
They are the future. That's what they going after.
Right.
That's what they going after. The motherfucking future.
It's crazy.
Message.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly what this whole conversation was about. Message. Parents, step the fuck in. rage the fuck out about this shit, because I guarantee you, if any of y'all is like, yo, I heard about it, but my kids ain't hear about it, you better double check and triple check that your kids ain't just that scared. Or, I mean, that don't mean that if they didn't hear about it, that you don't have to be outraged about it, because your child could have been affected. What if your child loses one of their friends at school because they did this shit?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And now they scarred that way because, oh, my friend did the dumb shit. Now I gotta go without a friend. Like, you know what I mean? That shit, it affects us all.
They depressed. Then they contemplating suicide. And
then I put them into that shit in that same realm. Make them vulnerable that way. Like, this shit affects you in more ways than you think it affects you. It don't have to directly knock on your door and say, we in the house. But that motherfucker's in your neighborhood somewhere.
Facts. And that's the impact that I don't think everyone is I guess thinking about, like the domino effect.
Right.
I mean, not to take away any from anyone that harmed himself or killed himself behind this, but it's the family that's still alive, that's here, that's still got to go through it, and the friends that got to, live through this day-to-day trauma that's still here in surface, and taking lives.
Shit, it just don't make no sense to me, bro. Like, and I'm glad it don't make no sense to me, because if I was able to sit here and motherfucking explain the thought process behind this dumb shit, I would tell yo, AK, so get me the fuck out of here, bro.
I see that shit piss you off, Coolie. So one thing is this, right? Now, shit's here since last year and took so many lives. I'm pretty sure, because in United Kingdom, 130. I'm pretty sure, countless amount of people was getting in contact with YouTube or Microsoft, Minecraft, wherever it was popping up at, they was getting in contact with them in outrage. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's not just the 130 parents. I'm pretty sure they had cousins and friends and family. To cause an uproar, right? My thing is this: how is it so easy for a YouTube or Microsoft or Minecraft personal page to be hacked, or manipulated by someone, targeting children at that, like their audience or their preference? Because if you notice, MoMo isn't popping up in any adult feeds or any adult.
It's not even it's only on the regular YouTube right now because everybody's sharing the videos and talking about it.
But they're popping up
in the kids YouTube app, that's popping up targeting the kids, like it's all the way for the kids.
Bro, that's what makes me think that it's bigger than Nino Brown.
Bruh. Yeah.
Real shit, the shit gotta be, because like we said, it's too much technology going around, and then it's targeting children. So therefore, first of all, there's a safeguard on YouTube kids. Yeah. So no Redditor,
I get what you're getting.
None of that shit is allowed in. So how is it so easy to be hacked? If you can't even watch it,
you gotta put up. You gotta put the video, you gotta upload it through the app. You can't just post the video.
So how? Yeah. That shit is rated R. Like a motherfucker. It's actually showing kids how, or telling kids how to kill themselves. Right. How is that even being? Right. So, is it someone at YouTube doing that shit?
Right. And they not saying nothing about it, bro. Your actions are a little suspicious. You ask me. y'all got something to do with this shit. Until
Like,
y'all come out and prove
yeah, like, I
otherwise,
mean, you don't
y'all
go
need
hoops
to
with
be held,
Momo.
yeah, y'all need to be held accountable. Facebook, y'all come out and y'all talk, y'all make all of this shit about, oh, we not selling y'all info to advertisers, your personal info. We just selling them what y'all like to, what you click on, or this, that, and like, we ain't giving them none of your personal info and all this and that. And
So,
but y'all won't come out for this. Y'all won't come out for.
Let me ask you this,
the messenger
Coolie.
being
This shit, you know, I'm thinking right now. I'm in a mood.
Let's
I'm in
go.
a mood, right?
Let's
So,
go.
What if, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, seeing that Momo first appeared in June 2018, the child that lost their life in the United States, was it this year in 2019?
I think so.
Okay, so I mean that's more so reason why, but for the challenge to be, you know, I guess it wasn't taken serious here since no lives was lost and shit. So, but basically my point is this. Would you think, or do you think, that even the Momo challenge can be like a Jussie Smollet distraction, given the fact that, you know, Michael Cohen, that's his name, right? Michael Cohen?
Or what you talking about for who?
Or for the lawyer for Donald Trump. What's his name?
I can't remember.
I think it's Michael Cohen or
some shit.
It's some Cohen. And
you got the fucking computer, nigga. Look at that shit.
Yeah.
You gotta make a point though.
Do you think that this was put here to distract us from
that? It's the distraction to the distraction.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you. Hey, listen, I won't put none of that shit past any of them. Any of them, bro. I don't trust the average motherfucker walking down the street. Ain't no way in hell I'm trusting these motherfuckers. Like, point blank period. I don't trust nobody. Like, point blank period. I would not put it past them at all.
yeah, Michael Cohen.
Yeah, I won't put it past
Trump
him.
lawyer.
Cause he airing them out. He gave up names.
Snitch on everything. So, like, is it a distraction to? Cause the shit that he's been accused of, or he's been, accused of, is allegations to be impeached for.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I mean,
could be.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a conspiracy behind that one. You could make a theory for that. You definitely could. But I mean,
but it's just serious because kids are getting killed. So,
right,
so
right.
I'm not gonna take away from that.
They know, but they know that. You feel me? They know we're not gonna let go of it because of that, though. If this is their, distraction to the distraction, then that shit is on their behalf. They smart because they know parents that give a fuck ain't letting go. Yo, we're not letting go of this shit.
And I wouldn't let go of this shit. I got kids to watch over. So
right,
like Michael Cohen. Right, yeah.
Yo, that shit, it could be.
Donald Trump.
You got a good point there.
You know what I mean? So
you got a real good point right there.
That it's all this shit happening around right there, bro. Right, when this nigga testifies and all this shit.
The elections are starting, like they starting to run their campaigns.
It's just the more distractions, the more, you know what I mean? We are, stuck and
we're
not being able to think for ourselves, right?
Right.
So we can't have all the facts and all the everything that we need to know to pick the right candidate to run our government.
He was a smart motherfucker, for real.
I don't know.
That's why we had these combos.
Real shit.
But we ain't letting up on Momo though.
Nah. Fuck that. Yeah, because Momo taking lives, taking children lives. Like I can see if Momo was going after some niggas ain't doing shit, some deadbeat dads or some shit.
Yo, real shit. Real shit.
Let me. It ain't funny. I gotta be like in this situation, right?
I guess.
Yo, my fault. But it's this niggas always making jokes about some shit on Facebook and shit. So it was this shit where Momo was mentioning this chick, and she was like, "Oh, do you go at the baby fathers?" She was like, Momo was like, "Hit me with the location." Oh shit!
Oh shit!
This bitch trying to have Momo take Take out the baby father.
Try to hire Momo for the hit.
Yo, that's crazy.
Listen, man.
Just lay out the situation, man. I'm not trying to make a joke out of the situation, so just
shit, yeah.
Because
somewhere along the line, there's gonna be some humor in it, like I mean, but not right now. Like we need to see some shit done. Like even if you not immediately gonna find the person, or you can't find the person, you could put a stop to the videos being put up. Like you could be put a stop to the spread of them shits. Like point blank period. Like it could be done. You're not gonna sit up here and try to finagle me and tell me that it can't be done. I'm not dumb.
Yo.
Point blank period. I'm not stupid.
Facts.
Stupid. Like fuck, man.
Facts.
Piss me off with that shit, bro.
If you haven't seen Momo,
don't watch it.
Don't watch it. Well, if you're an adult, watch it because you need to know what your kids is watching or in danger of watching. But it kind of looked like a Cruella de Vil with a Grinch smile. And
it's all bad. It's all bad. The worst part about it is I know some dudes that'll smash it.
Yo, right? I know some chicks that actually look like Momo.
Right.
Like, I mean,
right.
Might have me run down on them.
That's probably why the kids look so scared when you say, "Oh, that chick." I seen that chick yesterday. We ain't shit for that. But
it's something light. You gotta make something light, bro.
Yeah, man. That shit really irked me, bro. That shit really irked me.
It's very serious, and I mean, it ain't nothing to take lightly.
Right, and we not just up here just because. I mean, it affected my household, or I mean, AK child called him, or I mean, whatever reactions we got from our kids. We up here point blank period, just like we up here about any other injustice that we talk about on this show. Mm-hmm. Wrong is wrong, bro, and this shit is wrong, yo. This shit is all the way the fuck wrong. Point blank period.
And even though this is grown-ups talking, but grown-ups
got kids.
We got children. Facts.
We got children, and that's our whole job is to protect and provide. Mm-hmm. And right now, we need to come together and protect all of these kids. Point blank period.
Take a village.
I know I keep saying that shit. Point blank period. That's gonna be the motherfucking hashtag of this episode. Point blank period.
Kill Momo.
Yo, listen. Let me make this point clear to YouTube. I know we put our content on your website, Facebook. I know we share and we share our content on your page. And I mean on your website. And I mean anybody that is letting these Momo videos be played on their websites and not being tracked down or doing nothing about it, not coming out to speak about it at all. The blood is on your hands until that shit is corrected. And
I just want you to be a little bit more clear, like not the people that's trying to
not the people that's trying to put
demean Momo, like
not the people that's trying to raise the awareness, like pay attention, this is what's going on.
Right.
But the actual videos being played and
there you go.
I mean the shit popping up and
people that's encouraging it.
What the actual challenge is, that shit actually being played on your website and people like promoting that shit or being a part of it. If you letting that shit take part on your website or your platform, the blood is on your hands until that shit is corrected. Coolie Main said it. Shut down my page, do what you gotta do. I'll find a way to get this content out regardless. Point blank period. The blood is on your hands until that shit is corrected, bro. The government, that shit is on your hands until this shit is corrected. Them kids that died did not have to die. You could have put a stop to that shit a long time ago.
I'm pretty sure they ain't worried about it.
I know they ain't. But they gotta know that's how we feel. The blood is on their hands until they do something about this shit. Point blank period. That's it.
Women in the ocean of blood.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm just saying they just added to it. I'm telling you, added to it, yo. You gotta give it to them like that. But anyway, I need y'all to take away from this episode that I am pissed off. No,
real shit.
I need y'all to seriously take away.
You should be pissed off,
right,
as a parent.
Right, keep raising awareness. I mean, and we do not support anybody that's coming after these kids, man. If you coming after these kids in the wrong manner, you're not trying to help these kids become better. If Momo was on some motivational shit, you better get your ass in school, or I'm gonna tell your mom, or some shit, some wild shit like that.
If Momo was on some motivational shit, it wouldn't be viral.
It wouldn't.
So yeah, you can say that.
But parents, those of you who are listening, who have influence on these children's lives that's around you, stop letting these TVs, these apps, and all this other shit around them. Around the kids, raise them. You raised the fucking child that you created. You raised the child that you influenced. You help be a part of the village in the right way. Mm-hmm. Get out there, toss a football. Get out there, teach a person how to shoot a jump shot. Get out there, teach your child how to do something outside of sit in front of a fucking TV and become a fucking couch potato, yo. Period. Don't let your child fall victim to this shit because you was too lazy to put the blockers on YouTube, or you was too lazy to take the tablet away. Point blank, period.
Facts. Hashtag point blank.
Yeah. Hashtag point blank, period. Listen, I am Coolie Man. You can find me anywhere under the name of Coolie Man. If you can't find me there, you can find me under anything Grown Ups Talk.
Facts. You already know who this is, aka the Chief, signing out, checking off. You know the motto. Like, share, and follow. If you didn't do it,
do it.
Do it. Tell a friend and do that shit again.
And yo, stop acting all fucking stink. Get serious about your kids. Know what I mean? Get in there, teach your kids the right shit, man, and continue to be grown-ups and listen to grown-ups talk. Know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, share, follow. Fuck with us, we fuck with y'all.
And before I go, you already know what I want to say is, if you can't find me on anywhere grown-ups talk, you can definitely find me on anywhere grown-ups talk.
Hey yo, oh yeah, before we definitely, this the second to last one. Shout out to Lane's Barbershop, on Congress Avenue. Shout out to Bart, salute to you. March 20th, there's a meeting for all of our males that's out here doing something in the community, or if you're just a father, period, and you want to come to the barbershop for this conference that we're having, or that he's having at his barbershop, just stop through. Again, that's on March 20th. And shout out to 631 Middletown Ave, Middletown Cafe. Y'all know what it is. If you're looking for a good time, you want to have fun, relax, and enjoy yourself, head over to 631 Middletown Ave, Middletown Cafe. Period.
That's it.
That shit really pissed me off, though.
Hey, I seen it. That's
if the person